Oh, we are getting close. The timer, I might change the visual for it, but it works beautifully. It definitely does what I was looking for, accomplishes the goal. Hopefully, the voice volume is right at the optimal level. I did raise it a little bit from the last couple of weeks. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get into this camera change. These little transitions. I got the music going. Requests are live. I definitely feel if you would like to make a request, there are no channel points yet. We are still on the road to affiliate, which is obviously a goal, but more so for the gifts, more so for the emotes. We're allowed to kind of get some channel points going, allow the redeems to happen. All of this on-screen music, everything would be controlled by you, the user. I have a little fun tidbit secret. We have a camera now. We have two cameras. We have this one going as well as the face camera. So we're going to open some packs today and see how it goes. Should be a real fun time. I think that really quick, I am going to send out a quick little Twitch message. Make sure that everybody is tuned in that wants to be tuned in. Give me 1 second here. I believe I closed this down prior, which is fine. Just takes an extra second to start up. There we go. All right. Oh no, change this link. There we go. Boom. Get this set. I know that we have some friends doing some streams elsewhere, but I wanted to, while I have the time, have some fun, get this stream going. To get into it, really quick, today we are going to be opening either of these boxes that I have for Crimson Haze, the Japanese version of Twilight Masquerade. It should be a pretty good time. As I said, I do have this second camera up, so if we would like a reaction camera, we have the music going, we have two boxes. Not sure which one we are going to want to open. I also need to figure this out, because I have the camera here. I feel like it works well. However, I'm a little close. I'm a little zoomed in. You can see the cats in the background. Two separate cats hanging out, one cleaning themselves. However, I felt like this was a good angle. The only issue I'm seeing is I'm looking this way. I'm looking over here for any sort of stream chat, kind of monitoring OBS, also monitoring from the mod side, moderating the monitoring, I guess. Want to make sure that everything is as active and accurate as possible. So we'll see how it goes. I think this is definitely one of the better streams that I have going right now. I think that the camera being started up is a huge step in the right direction. Let me go share this. I mean, let's hang out for a few. Let's let these marinate, if one can do so. I'm not sure which box that we're gonna open. Listen to some music. I definitely will let the camera go. I'll let the cats be cats. Looking kind of at everything, OBS has been a slight challenge to set up. It's definitely something that I I had some knowledge of. I think creating scenes for others really does kind of help with my understanding of what I'm looking at. I think that overall this look is a step in the right direction. It is much better than it was before. You get some interaction. You get the face. You get some cats. I definitely think that we are progressing in the right direction for livening up the stream, especially from when I first got started on Twitch, however many years ago. Just streaming from the console, not having any sort of capture card in place, which I'd used for many years prior, but Xbox came around, I stopped using a PC, and now we're back. Now we're getting it all done up, kind of having some fun. Overall, I think this is going to be a good time. We're gonna I didn't get right into this. This is a purchase from the TCG Player Mart, which I believe is owned by eBay. These look like pretty good boxes. The partial reason of opening them on stream is when you can see if anything's been tampered with, if they're resealed, which these ones don't seem to be resealed at all. Looks like the original packaging, so I mean we're solid. The question is, do we open the first one or the second one? And if either of them have a full art Perrin, Growlithe, or I'll even take the Greninja. I've still been trying to pull the Greninja. It is a pretty pricey card in English, but I want it for the set. For a while, I was just doing the Stellar Miracle and Super Electric Breaker. So we had both of these boxes going. I am kind of working on this one. I'm more working on the Japanese set for this one than I am the Surging Sparks for English. However, for Stellar Miracle, this one, I have been working on a dual set, a binder with both front to back. So it'd be left to right is English, and then right to left meets at the middle is Japanese. The cards kind of in a sense directly match. They would be from SV7, so Scarlet and Violet Series 7. I haven't really opened too much of... Yeah, I've opened a little bit of Prismatic and Terastal. I say I haven't opened too much. I probably opened like 5 or 6 boxes, so it's a little bit more than I should be opening. However, you know, it's all for fun. It's all to try and get these sets complete. So, I'm gonna let the music go. We're gonna switch this just from this radio station to a bit more of the Offspring. Let's go to song radio here. All right, we'll get this started up. I am going to get this closed out. And get OBS pulled up. So, let's not just display this. I've been thinking about doing either some games or Legos as well. I feel like those would be some pretty good options. Do some more fun stuff within the workspace. I do think that this camera works out well. I like the soft focus that it has in the background. I think it's nice if I were to put my hand back out here, you would get a little bit of focus to the cats, hopefully. However, the lighting, everything about this looks great. I do need to get a quick message sent out for some eyes on this. Let's see, Dutch, not. One second. Probably would help if I could hear the music, but go into here. I will say the downside of not having a supercomputer or something that not even a supercomputer, a a decent computer with a graphics card, just any sort of graphics card, having a dedicated amount of memory to kind of processing some externals. Uh, I only get one video quality source. We're only seeing this in 1080p. That's all it offers me. If I try to do multiple sources, doesn't work. Doesn't like it. So, yeah, we're gonna start it here. I definitely. Oh, look at that! It's Ditto's eyes. Ditto is now both boxes. I'm a left person. I don't know if the right's gonna have anything better, but I'm typically a let's open the left. I could weigh them if I was being kind of bored and wanting to see if we get better hits out of one that weighs heavier. Sometimes the hollows do work that way, but you know, we'll get this open. Jerry rig everything, by the way. If you're looking for a good razor, never discussing the politics in here. How does the camera look? I feel like it has a nice softness to it. I think that I have this dual setup looking pretty good. Get this trash bag set up. The only downside is the camera's here, and my computer is over here. Funny. I also have the other camera right here, so it is kind of in the way. I appreciate you stopping in, and that way I can get some feedback on how this is. We can talk on Xbox later, play some Monster Hunter. Wow, I should be... Hang on. What is happening here? There we go. It may be a corny joke, but it is still funny. God, and it is mosquito season. We're approaching it, at least. All this rain that we're getting this week is definitely going to contribute to them coming out in force. I have some already in the backyard that I was getting rid of. And let's just dump all these out. There we go. Not to damage any of those. Now let's fold the box open because it didn't want to participate before. Come on. There we go. Alright. Just like last week, going to use this for the pack trash. Do have some sleeves ready to go. How is Pumpkin Stream going? Is it still solo hunting, or is it open lobby? I do need to progress past the area I left off on. I believe I left with Rompopolo. Iron Leaves Standard Hollow. You are totally fine. I was more so curious if this camera worked. I have it set up running dual cam. The front facing one where you're seeing the display of the cards is the cell phone, whereas the one that I am talking to and is the face cam is the Logitech, which is pretty nice. Wow, jeez Louise. Getting a gold card right off the start of the packs. It's a really cool hollow pattern on that one. What do you mean by that? Like it displays some information about the cards? Or like right now, I can go live to the app and be like, oh, this is the card. Yeah, that would be cool. They do have some phone app setups where when it is on a space like this, you just hold the card here, or I guess hold the card more in center. Forgot that I have the center down by his eyes. When you do this, it'll scan it in, and you just do one for each. I have not done that though. Collector might do that. I think it is TCG Player that does it. There's also another app I need to use to complete the collections digitally, so that way it's easier to track, because I have a lot of cards. Eevee. Flabebe. And a Snorlax. This set for base cards, much nicer. It's the first Crimson Haze set that I have opened on this channel, or actually even opened at all. Everything else has been the English variant of Twilight Masquerade, so... it's not Froakie. Froakie's the small one. And a Diplin. Are you going to the deli liquor store? Is that the sandwich shop? Are they open right now? I feel like a lot of delis close by like 4 o'clock. The evolved version. That's a Froakie. That is a base one. And then the Incinerate. It looks like the mic levels are also pretty good. A nice little Vulpix sleeping there. Very cute. Try and get a good view of that on the camera. Huh. the Ace spec, also making an early appearance in comparison to last week. I think last week it was the third from the last pack. So, no huge hits on the Pokemon yet, but we do have the gold item as well as the Ace spec, so do have to figure out the best centering position. That is a ground. Oh my! Amazing. Amazing. This is. I was like, oh, that is what we want, but that is the standard card. That is, this is what we want. This is the full art Hussein's Growlithe. Is it Hussein? I believe it is. It's Growlithe. This. Wow, I can't believe this was in this box. This was definitely one of the cards I was hoping to pull out of this particular set, ordering it in Japanese. Amazing, because I just pulled this one in the Twilight Masquerade English variant out of a 3-pack blister. And I definitely have that one on YouTube, so we might put this one up on YouTube as well. But wow, I am super, super excited. Amazing. Not what I expected at all. Definitely what I was hoping for, but expectations and hope are different. You can always want things, but you should not expect them. So, wow, I really am, I think, just going to be floating on that pull for a minute. That these two, that's the first gold. Like I've pulled a gold on a rip stream before, but not on my own rip stream. And then just getting this one, I am really stoked. Two new ones for the matching set binder, if that's what we choose to do. I still wasn't quite sure if we were going to go with the Twilight opposite, but if these pulls continue to go well, we might just have to do it. Oh, Screamtail EX. Don't have this one either. I guess I don't have any of these technically because they are all Japanese variants, and this is the first box we're opening. But for Twilight Masquerade, I don't have this one. This is a fantastic. The hollows, they just look so good. They are very shiny. I'm opening the sleeve backwards. There we go. They just have a really nice look to them. Amazing. Let's keep those there. Let's move those there. We'll keep the EXs on the top. I need to put a dock so I can see who is active in the channel. Is that a thing in OBS? Stats? No. Also, I forgot. Let me update this stream information. It might be under stats or viewer list. Thank you. I see you. Change the stream title because I messed up and it is not a Stellar Miracle box. It is Crimson Haze. There we go. Update that. Cool. There we go. I don't need to see who is watching. I just wanted to know if the count was going up or down, so that way I make sure to welcome in any people that might stop by. Which you don't have to follow for me to welcome you. It's more so just wanting to be aware of what's going on while we're streaming. Pincer. Looks like a variant art for standard hollow. Ninetales. Also a really nice looking card. Another Eevee. Wonder if those card slabs come through, because there's a nice little every time. Love Ball and a Glaceon standard non-hollow. I think when I was opening these on, not on stream, I was opening them for myself. I was doing the pack trick with the 5-card stacks. So if we were to take that stack, set it there. We're now going to open a second pack. We're going to take the back one, put it to the front. We're going to take the back one, put it to the front. Take this one to the back, and the rest to the front. That should have been the 2-pack trick for this. Should be all standards in the front end. Snorlax, Pinsir. Then we should, Hawlucha, be getting, boom, EX, and there's still another card behind it. Ah, standard. Ah, it's alright. But that pack trick worked. That put the last cards at the very end. It is kind of fun to do. I don't remember if I have. Well, I guess I don't have this one in this particular card set, which is, I think, SV5A. Yes. But you are going under the Screamtail. I like the Screamtail a little bit more. Let's do it again. Let's do neighbor had a dog get loose, I believe, but I think they have it all under control. They do have it under control. She listens. You may have seen the card. I didn't see the card, so we're going to pack trick that one to the front. Growlithe. Nothing. What sandwich are you getting? I think they changed it. It used to be the North Park Club, and I think they went location specific. So it is no longer the North Park Club. It might be the Lakeside, I'm not sure. But I do really like that particular sandwich. Well, it looks kind of like it's the same species of a Pikachu. let's not bump the internet too much. There's definitely not the item to be bumping. The modem. These have a little bit. I felt it when I opened it. There's a little bit of a bend. No crease, but there is a tiny little bend in it. What time are we at right now? 5:45. I do believe we're going for hopefully about another hour. Oh, I believe I pack tricked that correctly. We'll make sure though. With this, a Froakie. Is it Heptile? Vulpix. Growlithe. Leafeon. Item. And a EX. Let's not flip these all around as I lose them on the desk. There we go. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 more packs to go for this particular box. I think we're only going to do one box today. I think this is going to be a pretty consistently 1 to 2 hour type stream. Kingler, getting a lot of the same base cards, which is fine. Definitely trying to fill out the set, but seeing so many duplicates. Hopefully we are going to clear a lot of these base without having to buy any singles. Excuse me. Clear the throat there. Looks like it's just an art rare. However, the full arts are to be admired. This is a very nice pull as well. Two full arts, 3 EXs, the A spec, as well as the gold. Again, we're opening Crimson Haze for the first time. Hey, there's a new base card that will be going in the binder. Both. These are both going to be, and then a Perrin. If we can only get, let's manifest it now. The Growlithe showed itself. So if we can get the Perrin to show herself, that would be great. Trying to get the Perrin full art. We got one last stream with the Twilight opening. However, it was just the it was a full art, but it wasn't the matching full art that goes with the Growlithe. If that makes sense. If you were to look it up, there is a nice little pink hollow. There is a matching set where the photo is pretty identical. I really like this. the hearts. Say it's not Thursday, is it? Check this really quick. Tomorrow. Cool. Sorry, just wanted to check this out. I was like, there's no way that I am also streaming when Amish is streaming, right? I understood it was Thursday, because I definitely want to tune in and enjoy what is going to be a massive pack opening for Pokemon cards going on the front page with Amish Ace tomorrow. It looks like the front page day, though, starts at 8 in the morning, so that should be a really fun time. Another Glaceon. I am real stoked to have been part of the community that we are part of. Be able to kind of get back into streaming and then not only enjoy this for record, really, to keep an idea of what I'm looking at. It's kind of also at the same time update what the camera does, update how effective a stream can be. Like right now, we can just, boom, there's effects to everything. It comes back in and it bounces back in with an effect. There's an effect for everything right now. It's something that I'm getting used to, but at the same time having a lot of fun with. Oh my, what? All right, so it's not the Perrin manifestation, but to pull this and be like, wow, this is a really nice card. This is a very interesting looking holo. To then pull a full art amazing. Definitely haven't seen this one in person before. Try and get this up to the camera a little bit closer once I have a sleeve on it. There we go. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The camera looks really good. I'm pretty stoked on get these pretty close. Definitely has the nice focus ability. I see that in the background. This one's unfocused, but if I were to bring them side by side, boom, we're focused. Boom, we're focused. Alright, let's do another pack. Probopass. An Eevee. Oh, it's not the one we want, but it is one. Greninja EX, I believe, right? Is that what I'm looking at? It's kind of hard to tell, but there's an eyeball right in the middle of that. Real good, girl. Hello. Thank you for checking out me streaming opening Pokemon cards and hanging out with Blair, which has been a really fun time so far. We have 5 more packs to open. We're doing Crimson Haze. I collected as a kid and definitely got more into it again around Christmas this last year. I think part of it is it really does kind of encapsulate that if you were a kid and you collected, it kind of gives you that feeling still. And I think a lot of us as adults kind of pass those feelings over. Not everybody, but for myself, that's definitely my experience of like, oh, you want to be an adult. Like you want to grow up and at the same time kind of progress your life, get into a house, have a family, do all these things, and then you get to now and you're like, all right, well I've done a lot of that stuff, but what about all that fun stuff I did as a kid? And you revisit it. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now is revisiting it. Um, and for me, it's just fun. I don't know. We do play, and I do kind of have some deck builds, but there's also a ton of bulk that comes with it. There's a ton of even from this opening right now. These are all the basic cards. So there's a ton of basic cards. But there are really cute ones. That is also a huge kind of benefit to if you enjoy them. The artwork is pretty fun. Pulled this Growlithe not too long ago. This is true. This is true. I make my own decisions. Uh, my daughter would probably tell me how to spend my money, but that's just because she wants to spend it. So we also play video games. I just need to get the capture card. I stream directly from Xbox. I could probably hook up this camera. This particular one that my face is on was originally for streaming from the Xbox. However, you have to go through Streamlabs. Oh my. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, you don't need to go telling my secrets of what I do with the empty wrappers, alright? Just because I went threw a bag out in the trash can earlier doesn't mean anything. It definitely doesn't mean anything. Whoa, whoa. Stop spamming caps. Hey, Nightbot, chill out. Not even spamming caps, it's just the emotes. What? Alright, I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to tune that. However, one, I gotta get this in a sleeve because just don't trust my greasy fingers. I clean them, but still. We all have oils. Not trying to have dehydrated, unhealthy skin. So, what I was talking about earlier, this particular Growlithe card, which I'm going to try and show the light there. There are 2 feet around that Growlithe. And the Perrin, which is this card, is technically the one that's around the Growlithe. But it's an actual extra special art rare that the camera is pointed downward at the Growlithe. It's not this particular one. However, what a great pull. Also, I mean, if you find out if it bans you, I can always unban you. Same with Blair. Blair is a mod here. He can unban you. If anything, you're helping out because this is all still kind of foreign to me. So, be like, Nightbot, chill. Nightbot timed out for 600. For 600 seconds. Sorry, hang on. Let me go in here and undo that. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Where are you? Thank you. As soon as I got to it, you untimed it out, so I appreciate that. Hang on, Nightbot, you gotta chill out. Hang on, we'll get this. Banning the wrong people, which I don't have to give it an excuse, but take your warning, Nightbot. Oh, you can't warn a bot. Dang it. Um, I'll look into it after this. I think that Nightbot has just been active on here for a little while, and it's not something I really was aware was being used. So that was quite funny, though. I will say I appreciate spamming it, but I think it's the presets. That's That is slightly ridiculous. It is funny. I will say that is not what I expected. It is funny. Knocked over this whole stack. Jeez. All right. We are on the last pack. We are. I do have another box of this, but I wasn't planning on opening it right now. I think I might save it for another stream. This was more a stream to kind of figure out this double camera setup. Use a phone. Nothing. Leafeon. Burger King does sound delicious. I don't eat Burger King that often, but when I do, it is pretty worthwhile on the eating. So, let me pull this back down. We opened one box of Crimson Haze. That was all the packs. Toss it off to the side. From all those packs, it looks like we got 4 full arts, 4 EXs, excuse me, and 1 ace spec. These are slightly in reverse order, but get these close to the camera. Pulled the Perrin. Pulled a very nice really like the hearts on this. No special illustration rare. A couple of full arts. I would definitely consider these to be a special illustration, but they're not by set standards. And then the gold, which is fantastic. The Greninja EX, the Screamtail EX, the Iron Thorns, and I'm not sure of this Pokemon's name. It looks like a Jelly Belly with a wig. I am going to play Wilds. I have been playing Wilds. I am part of the Smashing Pumpkins. And I think that I temporarily joined Buck's streamer one yesterday. I just did Rompopolo, and I do want to stream the gameplay, but my downside with streaming gameplay right now is how I have OBS looking and set up briefly. So we have, it says Roncino Rips because it is the type of stream that's going on. It has a logo in the front. It has the overlay of the album. Like if we were just to change the music right now, which I will go to like Aliens Exist by Blink-182. It live updates that cover art on the bottom left of the screen, and then the face camera. All of this is through OBS. I have 2 scenes set up, which I can get rid of this countdown timer because it doesn't need to be refreshed right now. And with these 2 scenes being set up, I also kind of like the OBS abilities. I need to get a capture card because a capture card will allow me to stream gameplay through this software, whereas prior I was only streaming through the Xbox. So I'll see how that looks. I can still do a camera, I believe in the top right corner even, and I do have this whole setup. So right now the face camera, it's hard to tell because they're not active, but there's a cat up in that top part and up in that one. It's weird to point to backwards. But there's 2 cats. There's 1, 2. So, you know, we'll figure this out. This is currently the corner setup. So everything is set up on a brand new desk, and this is the desktop card stream setup. But I do have a TV directly to the right of this. It will have a full setup with the Buck canvas that Blair dropped off as a gift for the new stream setup. Should be a pretty fun time. But for right now, we're not going to stream Wilds. I don't think... I don't know. I do have it... Where did I set it? Put it down low? I did. I do have this box. I guess I could show this camera too. I do have another box of that, but I wasn't planning on opening it this stream. And then I have... It's got so many. I gotta put more away. I have all these ones that need to go in a binder. We have the Aloha and Wug Trio. Actually, didn't notice if that was a particular style of the art. It is. Trico, Melodic, and then Impala Sands. So I do have some cards to put away, but it has been fairly fun opening these on stream. Partially curious if I should open some English variants of it, because I also have this, which is the Elite Trainer box that comes with a whole bunch of stuff in it. And I just opened, essentially, the Japanese version of it. So we wouldn't be able to tell. This and this are the same set. Couldn't tell by the artwork, but... I think right now, I might end the stream at an hour. I think I was going to try and go for another 30 minutes or so. However, I kind of want to catch Buck and I kind of want to catch Pumpkin. This was definitely a test one to... What am I caught on? Definitely a test one to kind of make sure everything's going well. I really had a fun time. Heck! Alright. These boxes weren't too expensive, and they were pretty fun. Let's do this as a partial box. Did I not just cut that? What? Are you dull? Blair, you never answered what sandwich you were getting. You're double moderating right now. You're in here, and you're in Pumpkin stream, and you're getting sandwiches. Oh, you said be right back. My mouse cursor's hovering over it and blocking that message. Real good girl, what did you get from Burger King? A Whopper? Or the chicken fries? Chicken sandwiches from there were always really good too. Alright, so I'm not going to go too heavy on this. We are going to... Oh, it got there! Nice. I am I'm opening another box of the same stuff. But I'm going to just do 4 packs. And we're going to do them kind of the pack ripping way. We're gonna So, for certain, this is nothing. And if this is a hit, it'll be on the back. So this stack is prepped. And from here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to toss that one to the front, but we're then going to toss this one to the back, and the rest of these to the front. So theoretically, if anything was in these packs, it'll be the last two cards. They added salt to the onion rings? Like they tossed them in salt? Do you not get salt on them, or is that not a thing they usually do? This is the pair in regular. And then a Slugma EX. These ones definitely have a little bit of a wave. They're not too bad, but a little bit. Extra salty. Oh. That is, one, that can be terrible. Like, if it is really too much salt, it ruins whatever it is. So it might ruin the onion rings. Oh, okay. I've definitely had it. It's not frequent, but I've had it a couple of times where you order some food and it comes out, or you pick it up and you go home. And it's only happened like McDonald's like 2 or 3 times, but where they're like way too salty on the fries. Like somebody was doing one batch and did the salt, and then somebody came by and was like, I don't think this got salted. And then they threw a whole nother thing of salt on it, and that, like, it burns your mouth. It's so salty, it's Lay's salty. I did not do the pack trick on these 5, so we're going to take this one to the front of these, this one to the back of these, the rest sit down. A lot of Leafeons in the second half. Another Ninetales, another Halucha. Don't know the name of this one. And a Diplin. Nothing in those last 2. Are you playing Wilds, Real Good Girl? Or are you just watching Wilds? Because if you're playing, I know it's crossplay, and we could all play together. Oh, that, you know, sometimes that happens. At least, I don't know if it is a similar situation for yourself, but for me, every handful of months, my brain just doesn't want to go to sleep. I used to work third shift, so a lot of times it happens when my brain thinks I'm supposed to be working third shift. I just end up staying awake until the middle of the next day. I believe this is, there we go. Yeah, that is it. Looks a little bit crisper on the card. Oh, that's awful. I don't know why that triggered in my brain. Do you remember Dave Attell's Insomniac show? feel like that. I read that, my brain was like, "Oh yeah, there was this show." That's. I can't say I watched it too much. I definitely was a kid at the time, and I think that I was more on Comedy Central because I was watching South Park. So. An Eevee. Print looks very washed out. That's more contrast on it because of me shadowing it, but that is, it's fairly washed out. Pinsir, Ninetales, Trainer. Oh! Another full art. You mentioned above, I believe, your son. Not sure of the age, but I have a daughter who is just about to become a teenager. And you would swear she already is one with the, I wouldn't say attitude, but the emotions that they can carry. You would think they're already a teenager. And I have to say, I remember being roughly her age, and Insomniac was the show on Comedy Central, but I was staying up for the 1 a.m., like, we can swear on TV, and all the shows would be uncensored. That was. Then I'd have to go to school the next morning. I have an 11-year-old girl, so. I'm not sure if because I don't have boys, I'm not sure if the adage remains true that boys are more chaotic, where girls are definitely more mentally, like, that is. 'Cause my daughter. She'll be like, "What are you talking about? I never told you that." I'm like, "I swear we had a whole conversation. You told me all this stuff, right?" And she's like, "No, I never did." I'm like, "I know we did." Like, what is happening right now? But she doesn't cause chaos. She's not all over the place. She doesn't destroy things. But she is 100%. Yes, she gaslights me so bad. And I'm like, for a little while there, when it was happening when she was younger, I was like, I swear I'm not crazy. Like, I swear we had this conversation. And then as she's gotten older, I've realized that it's just like her thing. And I'm like, okay. Like, I know we had this conversation. Remember when we talked about this? And I have to give her like a specific detail of it. She's like, oh yeah, I do. You're not getting me this time. Snorlax. That's good to know. I feel like really it's not that there are extreme differences. I think that being compassionate and caring and listening, even if they try to gaslight you a little bit, that type of parenting goes a long way. And I think that in itself, for me at least, has worked out really well. I definitely try my best to listen to her. And a lot of times it is asking the right questions or not leading them to an answer, but trying to get them to explore their own brain and really kind of pull from the information they know. And every time that I see her learn something or kind of problem solve. It's definitely a proud moment that I feel. So I'm not having any more kids, but it is good to know that they are just as rowdy at times. That is awesome to read. I think, I mean, I don't know age-wise, but I'm gonna be 35 in a month's time. 1 month, 5 days, roughly. Um, Definitely grew up right on the border of like, oh, you're a boy, like tough it out. Um, but also going to talk with other people and trying to kind of explore that side of things. I think I was the first of my family to go to like therapy and to talk to people and kind of have some work mentally put in as a teenager, whereas like my parents, they were definitely not that. So I wouldn't say no. Like I don't know. Being older is not. We're all circling around the sun. I find it weird being in my 30s and being like, yeah, but I still feel like I'm a teenager. Like, then being like, oh no, I'm halfway through my 30s. Another Greninja EX. Like, it really is. To me, that is the strangest part of being an adult, and then having to look around and be like, oh, we all feel this way, don't we? You might be 60, but you're also just feeling like a teenager. Like, I remember having that conversation with my dad, being like, when does your brain, like, when do you feel like you're an adult? And I realized that we all feel this way. I was like, oh, there's not like some switch that happens. Like, you don't hit like 21 or hit some sort of age, and your brain's like, oh, you're an adult now. No. That is 100% a lesson learned as a young kid where I was like, oh, you don't just have that switch flip. Like, it's not like you're suddenly. Got a phone call there. I'll call him back. All right. What are we at now? It's about 6:30. I think we'll open these last four, and then I'm probably going to call a stream end. That way I can get some things prepped before my wife gets home, make sure that dinner is underway before 7 o'clock. We're going to do a couple of these pack tricks here really quick. Yeah. It's weird feeling like growing up and you're kind of told what you can and can't do. I mean, I don't know about your situation, but not being told what you can and can't do, but being advised in a sense. And then making it to our early 20s and being like, oh, I make all the own choices, and I'm responsible now for these things that live and breathe. Especially, I think my wife had our daughter when she was 22, 23. So probably very similar age. And looking back on it now and being like, responsible for a thing that lives and breathes. And I just a handful of years ago was running around in high school or doing some probably not so advisable stuff with my friends. And now you get to hear, which is 15 years later almost. And there's a cat on the tower. Get here 15 years later, and it doesn't feel like I should be here. Like, it just feels different. It's weird. Another full art. I should be so excited for this. However, I just pulled one in the last box, so I'm like not as woohoo. One of the I think not challenging. I shouldn't say challenging, but more unique aspects to watching my daughter grow up is the tech that she's growing up around. That she goes to school and they want her to have a computer at all times, and that half of her lessons, if not more, are taught through that computer. It is quite strange. It is something that I I understand, but it's weird being an adult now and being like, none of that stuff really matters. Like, I've already gone through my social media phase of having a Facebook, having a MySpace when we were teenagers, but getting rid of Instagram, Screamtail, and then now watching my daughter want to be on TikTok and want to be on YouTube, and definitely being encouraging of like, you should be able to express yourself and do what you would like to do, but also trying to teach them that it's the internet, and the internet is vast and full of a lot of stuff. Whoa! Wait. So, not to ask for the story over text, but do you plan on streaming? And similarly, with how Blair has Tell Me a Story, I would love to hear more. I'm completely down to read more, but I would love to hear more because that sounds like a crazy moment in life, especially to be here now where you have an 11 and a 14-year-old to tell all of that, to talk through that whole conversation that I'm looking at on my screen, and then that be the part where I'm like, there's a lot of story there. All right, Blair, hello again. What sandwich did you get? I asked, and then I think you were moderating as well as going to pick up said sandwich. Turkey ham bacon. Is that the Lakeside Club? Is that just, is it? I'm guessing you went to Fat Boys. I shouldn't even say I'm guessing. I know you went to Fat Boys, because that's the sandwich place that's right there. Amazing. I was like, I'm going to stop pulling packs. Well, I mean, maybe it's not much more story in that sense, but I do find it very interesting. Blair and I used to work with a gentleman that grew up in a lot of ways on the streets. It wasn't his whole life, but it was a good portion of his life. And uh, I always find that to be very interesting. I always find it to be something that I'm enthralled with and I want to listen to and just understand more of. Um, Definitely is. If you reflect on it and can understand that they're bad choices at now as an adult, I feel like it also makes for an interesting life experience for others that may not have experienced that because we all go through things. A spec, but I am. Get out of here. Get the heck out of here. Get rid of this and delete. Amazing! I'm gonna go pay right now. This whole time that I've been on Twitch since 2014, if I had just known, I could buy my viewers. So I was going to stop, and then I got really close to the end of this box, and I was like, we're just going to go through the end of the box. I will figure out the Nightbot stuff for this next stream. You had some bots throwing shade. You did have an attack of the French. What time is it? It is 6:35. We will finish this before 6:40. My wife is off work in a little bit of time. I do need to clean up this mess if I flash the computer screen over here. All that pack trash that's underneath there, it's crazy. Definitely need to get rid of it. Put it in a bag. Ninetales, Glaceon. Alright, we're going to do these last three as the pack trick. That one wanted to open. I need to make sure all this trash goes in the trash bag because my cat, just not Pokemon card, but definitely is a trash eater, and I don't know how to stop her from eating the trash. No matter how much food or treats I give, she loves plastic. She went to the bathroom earlier and there was plastic that came out of her, and I was like, what? How did you swallow? She swallowed like a 4-inch piece of plastic, like from a sandwich bag or something. I'm not sure, but she got rid of it today and had me very concerned because I definitely. I was like, hey, you just pooped out like 6 inches of plastic? What is happening right now? Like, and you didn't have any stomach issues or anything? I was very concerned. So, need to make sure all this trash goes actually in the trash can and none of it ends up in a cat's mouth. They're obsessed with it too. I don't know if your cat is at like bubble wrap, tape, anything. Loves it. Could be the best treat in the world. I don't quite understand it. Let me clean this up just a little bit. Let's do these last basics off to the side right here. These are all 13 going to be basics. As you can see, there was a lot of duplicates in there. Getting an EX full art variant. A standard behind that. Let's set this off to the side. And a standard behind it. So end of the box had the Blood Moon EX variant. Get this into a sleeve. tomorrow, Amish Ace is going to be doing a lot of these openings on his all-day stream. He does have the front page. Let's shift all of these around really quick. A spec at the very end. Alright, so from the 2 boxes of Crimson Haze, all these are getting added to my binder today, so definitely some nice pulls. The Blood Moon. I need to look up the full art variant of this one. We got 2. We got the Growlithe, which looks great. My daughter is the same way. She is, she's like, what am I gonna do? I don't have a phone charger. What am I gonna do? I'm like, I'm not too concerned with it. Like, you should, if it broke naturally, that's one thing, but a lot of times it's being too rough with it. But, they have the best way of delivering news. Alright, I think that should do it. We are at 6:40. This is about the time that I wanted to go to. I do have some things to go get done. Did have a pretty fun time. Overlay looking still pretty good. Cool. I really appreciate the conversation. I really appreciate Real Good Girl, Blair Roche, you both being here. The conversation that we have been having. I am going to hop out of here. I don't believe I have the ability to raid. I think that's a affiliate thing, so we're not going to raid anybody. But I am going to go tune into Pumpkin, tune into Buck Foozle a little bit, and probably play some Wilds myself after I get some stuff done around the house. So. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. We are going to continue this. I will figure out Nightbot. We will not have the emote issue going on this next time. But for now, we're gonna fade this out into this scene. We are going to call it an evening. Can I raid? Oh, how do I do this? I didn't know I could raid. I thought I had to be an affiliate. Hang on. I'll bring the scene back so you can see my face. Alright, let's do this really quick. Oh, I do see this. There we go. We are going to raid in 5 seconds. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This was a really fun time. Thanks for telling me how to raid. We are going to hop out of here. I don't have any cool raid message. We're just going to go do some 9mm. Thank you both.